On the outskirts of the small, unassuming town of Abermor, Hartwell House stood as a solemn relic of the past. It had once been the pride of the community, a grand mansion with sprawling gardens and tall, arched windows that gleamed in the sunlight. But now, it was nothing more than a decaying shell, abandoned and forgotten, whispered about in hushed tones among the townsfolk. The house's eerie reputation stemmed from a tragedy that had occurred one stormy night a century ago. The entire Hartwell family had perished under mysterious circumstances, and ever since, Hartwell House was said to be cursed. No one who entered came out the same, if they came out at all. The local children dared not venture near, and even the bravest among the townsfolk gave it a wide berth. But Cecelia Moreau, a determined investigative journalist from the city, was not one to be deterred by ghost stories. She had a reputation for uncovering the truth behind urban legends and was intrigued by the mystery of Hartwell House. Armed with her camera, a flashlight, and an unwavering resolve, Cecelia set out to document the truth. The night she arrived, a full moon hung in the sky, casting an otherworldly glow over the mansion. As Cecelia pushed open the creaking iron gate, an icy wind howled through the trees, as though warning her to turn back. She ignored the chill that crept down her spine and pressed on, her footsteps echoing on the overgrown path leading to the front door. Inside, Hartwell House was a frozen tableau of its former glory. The grand chandelier in the foyer, now covered in cobwebs, cast long shadows on the walls. Velvet curtains hung tattered and moth-eaten, and the air was thick with the scent of mold. Cecelia moved cautiously through the rooms, her flashlight cutting through the darkness. She soon realized she was not alone. Whispers filled the air, soft and unintelligible, yet growing louder with each passing minute. Shadows danced just beyond her line of sight, and phantom footsteps echoed her own. The deeper she ventured, the more the house seemed to come alive, as if it were aware of her presence. In the attic, she discovered a dusty old journal belonging to Matilda Hartwell, the last matriarch of the family. The pages detailed strange occurrences, voices in the night, objects moving on their own, and a sense of being watched. One entry, scrawled in frantic handwriting, spoke of an ancient evil that resided within the house, feeding on the fear and despair of those who lived there. As she read, Cecelia felt a cold breath on her neck and turned to find herself face to face with the ghostly apparition of Matilda Hartwell. The figure's hollow eyes seemed to bore into her soul, and a chilling voice whispered, "Leave this place." Heart-pounding, Cecelia stumbled back, the journal slipping from her hands. She fled the attic, but the house was not ready to let her go. Doors slammed shut, trapping her in a labyrinth of despair. The whispers turned into wails, and the shadows coalesced into grotesque forms that reached out for her. In a desperate bid for freedom, Cecelia raced towards the front door. Just as she reached it, the door flew open as if by an unseen force, and she tumbled out into the night. The gate slammed shut behind her, the howling wind carrying away the house's final parting words, "Never return." Shaken but alive, Cecelia knew she had uncovered the truth. Hartwell House was indeed haunted, not by the restless spirits of the Hartwell family, but by an ancient malevolence that thrived on fear. And as she left Abermor, the whispers of the townsfolk followed her, ensuring that the legend of Hartwell House would remain a cautionary tale for generations to come.